outing there. Bob Reese, head coach of the Valley Huskers, and Shane Beatty, head coach of the Westshore Rebels, set to clash this weekend. And well, the standings don't look any more clean. They're a little bit different than the last time I talked to both of you guys, but it is still a mashup out there. And Bob, let's start with you. With your game against the Sun, what did you see on the film? What do you take from that outing?
I mean, obviously there wasn't a ton of positives to take away from that outing. I mean, I think we got thoroughly outplayed. You know, and especially, you know, with their run game, it was very effective, and we had a tough time stopping that. You know, but we did do some good things, especially on special teams. You know, that was a goal of ours, was to improve our special teams play. You know, and we still had the block punt for a touchdown, which obviously was a huge knock, but we made, you know, we had an onside field goal for a touchdown, and we covered an onside kick, and I thought our coverage in special teams was pretty good. You know, so you take away from that, and, you know, and our secondary play was pretty decent as well. So there are some positives, but obviously watching the film, a lot to break down and improve on.
Shane, how about you? What do you take from the outing against Langley? Obviously a tough day at home for you guys.
You know, we thought we had a really good week of practice, and then we go out and give up 289 yards for the run, and that's just unacceptable. And we didn't fill gaps. We were poor tackling. I thought the secondary played much better. We had 3 picks, but you know, we're awfully athletic in the secondary if we can get everybody on the same page. And that's my fault. Stepping away from the defense to go coach the offense. Obviously, the defense has not played as well in the last couple of weeks, so I made that move with JC, bringing JC in so I can focus entirely on the defense. And we've had a really good week of practice. We've asked from the end, and that's going to really help us.
Yeah, so you bring in JC Boyce, and I think, as you just alluded to, kind of a reaction to maybe, hey, I need to have the right coaches in the right place to be able to get this team ready in the right way.
Well, yeah, in addition to JC, we brought in Mike Williams, and we brought back Trevor Slater. We're going to bring in Jake. We're going to bring in 4 new coaches this week to really, you know, 3 weeks left. We're going to need a push, and we finally have a full staff on board. And, you know, with me being able to go back to defense and give my full attention to defense, it's just, oh, my Lord, it's euphoric. It's been a nightmare the last couple of weeks trying to do both and break down film for both, and now I can just really focus.
Bob, I wanted to ask you about the hit on your quarterback, Julian Wittink. He was hit with a block that ended up leading to an ejection, and now your quarterback's status up in the air in some ways due to an injury here. What was your view on the hit itself and the call that was made there?
I mean, you know, it was a hit and a call was made, and, you know, I don't think it was the wrong call, and you know, it led to an injury, but I mean, you know, I think the refs got it right in the game and made the call, and, you know, it's call's been done, and then we're sort of moving past that, and, you know, I'll look forward to getting back hopefully, and you know, moving past that play.
Yeah, fair enough. Shane, I know you said you had to stop Max Joseph, and man, he had a great day against you guys. Where was the breakdown there, and do you worry about stopping the run moving ahead?
You know, it was all about gap fits and our 4 players off the edge, and we just did a horrible job of that. And that's on me. That's on me. It's all on me, and we have fixed it, and hopefully we can show that this weekend. We're also suffering the concussion bug here. We've had 3 or 4 guys that are doubtful for this week, so we're going to really have to focus, pay attention to the fine details, and play our best game here to beat Valley, because we're awfully talented on the offensive side of the ball. Bob is doing a really good job there, and it's really good for our league to see the competition, the parity in the league. And Coach, you're doing a great job there, and
thanks.
That's what it's about. And hopefully your quarterback's back. You can tell me now if he's not back or not. So that'll be really helpful.
Day to day upper body injury, I guess, or a body injury maybe, just somewhere on the body. Bob, it's being sort of played out that these matchups between you and the Rebels coming down the stretch is probably going to decide the final playoff spot. That's the way some people are looking at it. I know there's plenty of options of things that could happen, but how are you sort of talking to your players about this final stretch, and what's the main focus and approach? Is it the classic game by game thing?
I mean, absolutely. At this point, it's game by game. You know, you can't start looking ahead and start trying to play out scenarios and what if this and what if that. you know, we can control our own destiny. You know, we need to go out and execute and finish what we need to do. And, you know, and if we win that, you know, win a game, and, you know, we're putting ourselves in a very good spot, and we need to approach this game as obviously the only game that matters at this point, because things change, you know, at the end of this week. And we want to be putting ourselves in the best possible spot moving forward. And this is, you know, this is a playoff game. We're 4th and 5th place teams right now. And clearly we're fighting it out, and both of us are in the same position. We want to get in, and, you know, this is going to be a playoff type game.
Yeah.
Shane, I mean, I can see you nodding in agreement there. Do you tell your players, guys, I don't want you on the website. I don't want you looking at the standings. Don't even try and get that in your head?
You know, our kids are really focused, and we're taking it every night right now is game day. So every practice is a game day for us now, and that we need that focus. Tonight's a game day. Tomorrow night's a game day, and you know, our kids. We told them we have to beat Valley 2 games in a row. I mean, it is what it is. Can be straight up with the kids. You know, they know if you're BSing them. Be straight up with them, and you know, just tell them, hey, listen, we have to win both of these.
Guys, I wanted to get both of your opinions on a really huge news this week out of the BCFC is that Coach Snoop is stepping aside from his role as head coach of the Langley Rams. Howie's there and taking over on an acting basis there. And I know that it's not your clubs, and it's you guys are so insular in your focus. But when you hear that of a change of that magnitude at this point in the season, I'll start with you, Shane. What's your reaction to the news?
Well, to be honest with you, I had a good conversation with Snoop on Saturday prior to our game, and I'm privy to some of the stuff that's going on. I'll keep that between Snoop and I, out of respect to him. But I wish him all the best. It's a tough situation. You know, he wants to be there. I got, you know, nothing but respect for what he's done, turning that program around. But it's about the man, and it's about his family right now, and he's doing what he has to do.
Bob, how about you?
Yeah, I mean, along the same lines. I mean, I don't know. You know, I'm sort of just hearing about this today and just kind of, you know, caught some news, and you know, I don't really know the situation, but you know, I hope Coach Snoop and, you know, and health and everything. That's, you know, so you got to take care of that first. You know, but obviously it is a big change, and changes the dynamic of, you know, of the league for a bit, and makes news. But you know, that's obviously can be where our focus is moving forward. But you know, certainly shakes things up.
Gentlemen, thanks for your time here. I really appreciate it. Enjoy the matchup and have fun this weekend.
Good luck, Coach.
Awesome. Thanks. Good luck, Coach. Take care.